Hey guys, what is up? This is Not Lammers of Invoked 101, and this is a Fire Fist Fire King deck. This is a deck I built prior to Link format, gave it to a buddy of mine. He barely plays, Arvada came out, and I got it back last night. Yeah. I put a couple new things in here, and I forgot to put Tenki at the top. But anyway, I'm going to run through the monsters like I always do, run through the spells and traps, and then go through the extremely small extra deck. And do that. I'll also explain a couple cards that I just haven't swapped out yet and that I need to put in here, but I didn't because this is not a crazy competitive deck. Granted, this deck did take some wins off me a couple times before I edited it, so yeah, let's kind of zoom right in. So the first card, or at least the first monster we run at 3, is our boss monster, Fire King High Avatar Garunix. This guy is a dark hole. When he comes back in the next standby phase after he's been destroyed, and you can really easily get a loop started with just 2 Garunix. Some may say he clogs. I don't think he clogs because of one of the other cards in the deck, or I guess a few other cards in the deck. And one of the cards that makes him less cloggy is the next monster we run at 3, which is, what set is he from? This Fire King Avatar Yaksha. So what Yaksha does is whenever he's destroyed by battle or card effect, I'll bring him up here. Destroyed by a card effect, you can special summon him. Then if he's destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can target a card in your hand and blow it up. So he helps kind of starting chain effects of getting the Fire Kings going and blowing them up. He's probably one of the most important Fire Kings. He's an 18-200, and he's a fire monster, which means you can use Rekindling on him. The other 18-200 that we use, actually, Fire Kings pretty much share the same stats across the board, at least for all the decent ones do. Fire King Barong. So let's move everyone up a little bit. So what Barong does, he shares the same first effect of Yaksha. If a face-up Fire King monster is destroyed by a card effect, you special summon him. Then his other effect is if he is in your graveyard, during the second standby phase, not the second standby phase, the standby phase after he was destroyed, you get a Search a Fire King card, which is pretty cool. Or is it Fire King Spell or Trap? Fire King card, so he searches anyone, which is dope. Very cool card. Level 4 Fire 200. Again, great rekindling target. But of course, the newest Fire King and the last one we run in the deck, and the best one is Fire King Arvada. And someone's already like, "Why aren't you running 3?" I'm not running 3 because I could only get 2. So I only have the 2. But in a Fire King deck, no, you want 3. Again, another 18-200, so the majority of the Fire King stats are that. Basically what he lets you do is, whenever an effect is activated, he can blow himself up and then blow up a card in your hand, as long as it's not another copy of him, which is pretty cool. And yeah, that's as far as I know. I know we negate stuff by blowing up fire monsters, and in this deck where everything's fire, that's pretty cool. So yeah. That's it for the Fire King guys, for the Fire King boys. Next we move on to the Fire Fist stuff, which it's a fairly small Fire Fist engine. It's not super crazy. It's kind of basic. So first thing that we have is, of course, 3 Brotherhood Fire Fist Bear. Basically searches your Tenki. You swing, grab Tenki. 1600. There's ways to, basically you're using the Fire Kings to get rid of stuff, and then you're swinging with Bear to get the Tenki if you didn't open it. The other one we're using is 2 Dragon. I felt 2 Dragon was the best number for it. Basically what happens is whenever another Fire Formation card is activated, he gets to set another Fire Formation card, which is pretty alright. And then you have Leopard, if he was normal or special summon this turn, he can tribute a Fire Fist monster, and then set one Fire Formation spell card, I believe. Yeah, set any Fire Formation spell or trap. So that's pretty cool. But that is it for the Fire Fist monsters. Again, these are just the ones I like to use, just the 6. It's more of a minor engine for a Fire King deck. The next little engine that we're using is 2 Red Resonator. Fire Fists do have some Synchro monsters that are, and the good one is a level 6, and since the majority of the deck is level 4, Red Resonator is a really good way to get them on the field. I really like Red Resonator. So yeah. And the last monster we use, 1 Coach Soldier Wolfbark. I would use 2 if I had to. Only got the 1. So yeah. If I had another one, probably use them. Alright, moving into the spells. I'm actually going to grab the other one first, because these other ones are more important than that first Fire Formation card. So, we are running 3 copies of Tenki. This searches any Beast Warrior, meaning it searches the majority of your Fire Fists and your Fire Kings. So it's legit. Then we're using 3 copies of Tensu. Tensu gives you an additional normal summon for a Beast Warrior, I believe. So really cool setup. And these are the only Fire Formation spells. These are the only 2 that you need. Those are the only 2 that you want to use. Then we use a little Fire King support. We have our Fire King support. We use 1 Onslaught, which I believe if you control no monsters, you get a special summon one. If your opponent controls a monster, you control no monster, special summon a Fire Beast, Beast Warrior, or Winged Beast from your deck. Its effects are negated and it dies in the end phase. That's fine. Then we have Circle of the Fire Kings, which basically tags out a fire monster on the field for a fire monster in your graveyard. So it basically blows up a Fire King on the field, summons a Fire King out of the grave, which is pretty cool. And the last Fire King card we run is 3 Fire King Island. This is one of the cards that helps Garunix not clog because you just blow them up or special summon them out of your hand. It's just one of the better cards in the deck. And again, now we're getting into some stuff that I don't necessarily want to play, but is in the deck. Because I think all this stuff is great. I think all these cards are fine. Next we're running 2 MST. This should probably either be Cosmic Cyclone or Heavy Storm Duster. And the reason I don't say Twin Twister is because you don't necessarily want to discard in this deck. So while the MSTs are fine, you probably want Cosmic Cyclone instead. Gold Sarcophagus probably should be a Terraforming because the only thing you're really going to grab off this is the Fire King Island. And a board wipe, which personally you have 3 Garunix that are pretty easy to get in the graveyard and he's searchable. I don't really think you need another Dark Hole, so honestly these 2 could probably be Terraformings and you'll be fine. Alright, moving into the traps, we have some more Fire Formation. We have 3 Fire Formation Tensen. I honestly don't know. I think this is the attack boost. It gives a warrior monster a Beast Warrior 700 attack until the end phase. And then it also gives them 300 attack permanently, which is kind of the reason you run this, just to give everyone a boost. I think it's fine. This is probably the best Fire Fist trap. Because the other one I would take out, and that is Kyayo. Kyayo just gives it pierce damage and an additional 300. I probably am going to take this out for something else. I just don't care for it. I think it's bad. And the last card that I think is bad in this deck is Breakthrough Skill. These 2 should be Solemn Strikes. Like just telling you, they should be Solemn Strikes. Because you don't really need the Breakthrough Skill when Solemn Strikes exist, and you don't need this. Because you're not... It's not as battlefield, because if you can make a monster gain 1,000 with this, then what is the point of giving it pierce damage? It doesn't matter, because you just want to get it out. So yeah, so these 2 cards should be Solemn Strikes, or at least a strike and a warning, something like that. You could probably run Solemn Scolding in this deck, considering everything's continuous though, so... yeah. But anyway, that's it for the spell and traps. That's it for. So remember, there should be 2 terraformings. These should replace these with terraformings and replace these with solemn strikes. I would have done it, but I'm really lazy and I got up like 10 minutes ago. So let me flip those around. And now we move into the extra deck because we're out of the main deck. So the extra deck, again, like I said, is extremely small. You can run just about any rank 3 and just about any rank 4. Some recommendations for some synchros. Kendama, Speedroid Kendama, Red Wyvern, and Red Rising Dragon if we ever get him in the TCG. So some rank 4s, just like anything, like just the engine, I guess. Can you make rank 3s in here anymore? Am I taking out all the level 3 guys? Yeah, okay, so never mind the level 3 thing. You can't do level 3s in here. But yeah, just any rank 4, like Abyss Dweller, Silent Honor Arc, stuff like that. Anyway, the first rank 4 we have is 2 Tiger King. This guy is great. I'm pretty sure he lets you grab back Fire Formation cards when he's XC summoned. Yeah, it's direct. He sets one directly from the deck. Then he's a breakthrough skill, except for Beast Warriors until the end of your opponent's turn. Then when he dies, you can send 3 Fire Formation spell cards and special summon 2 level 4 or lower Beast type warriors with the same attack from the deck. So what that lets you do, that second effect when he dies, if you can send 3, you can essentially summon a Yaksha and a Barong, a Yaksha and an Arvada. Basically, you want to get out the boys that you're going to be summoning are going to be Yaksha, Barong, and Arvada. You're never going to be summoning like Fire Kings off that effect, which is kind of sad. But anyway, the other rank 4 that's in the deck that we have, I'm going to give him a quick read real quick. Basically, this is the reason you run the Fire Fist monsters. You run the Fire Fist monsters for the XCs currently. Unless this guy's just 2 fire monsters, but I'm pretty sure he's 2. Yeah, this one's just 2 level 4 Beast Warriors, but the other one, so, detach 2, target 2 Fire Fists in your graveyard, 2 cards, shuffle them into the deck. So this one's kind of like a Gaga Cowboy, but garbage. This is Brotherhood of Fire Fist Cardinal. He's not super great. Basically, he targets 2 Fire Fist Fire Formation cards in your graveyard or on the field, I believe. Yeah, in your grave or face up on the field, and 2 cards in your opponent's grave or face up on their field, and then you shuffle them back into the deck. I think that's really cool to a degree, where you can target 2 in your graveyard and 2 on their field and just put them back in the deck. You're just not going to be summoning him a lot. Wait, is he? I thought, okay, in the camera he looked like he was a water monster. But yeah, he's just not super great compared to the other ones. And again, you can fill in this rank 4 package with whatever you want. Abyss Dweller, Gaga Cowboy. Oh, he's not a Gaga Cowboy, he's a Castiel. Castiel, Silent Honor Arc, whatever. Alright, then we have the 2 Synchro monsters that are in the deck, which do need Fire Tuners, which, you know, best Fire Tuner ever. We have Brotherhood Horse Prince and Brotherhood Kieran, which Kieran means unicorn. Even though it looks like a dragon on the thing. No, it's a unicorn. I don't know what either of them. I definitely don't know what Kieran does because you're never summoning him. What is he? He's a 2, 4, 6. He's like an 8. Yeah. So you're never going to be summoning him. But Horse Prince you can easily make in this deck, and then when you Synchro Summon, you can Special Summon 1 level 3 Fire monster from your deck. After you Synchro Summon this card, you cannot Special Summon level 5 or higher monsters for the rest of the turn. Which is fine. Basically what this lets you do is it lets you get the Leopard out of your deck. I wish it was a level 4, but that's fine. Horse Prince himself, like, both of their Synchros aren't super great. Their Xyz monsters is what makes them great. But 2200 attack isn't so bad, especially when you can beef him up. But Kieran is just... when you Synchro Summon, you can set a Fire Formation spell trap directly from your deck, and all monsters your opponent controls lose 100 attack for each face-up spell and trap card you control. He has 2028, and that's kind of garbage in my opinion for a big level 8 Synchro that is harder to make than this guy. This guy is the one that you're going to be making because he's like just leagues better than this guy. But yeah, that is the Fire King Fire Fist deck profile that I have. Again, this was played by a buddy of mine for a few weeks, and then but lately he just hasn't been playing. So I picked it up off him. And was like, yeah, I'll just do something with it. I'll put the new cards in there. I've already said like some stuff that you could put in there. This is definitely a really fun casual deck. So if you guys want to play it, want to do that, I hope that this helped you somehow. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you want more deck profiles and stuff like that. This has been Nod Lammers of Invoked 101. I'll see you guys in the next video.